land of Guyana, of rivers and plain, marriage by the sunshine and lush by the rains. Hi guys, don't laugh at my singing. Hey guys, today the show, I don't have no tea to serve, no tea at all, no tea. I'm not serving no tea. I come here as a Guyanese citizen, born and raised in Guyana, South America. Now, I asked myself, as I was coming off my bed this morning, and I asked myself, D, you speak on this and you speak on that. Why are you not speaking on this? Where would you be in history? Guys, I come here right now. I'm not representing any political party. PPP, WIN, APNU, AFC, the rest of parties. I'm not representing nobody. Today, I put everything aside. Who I support and who I don't support. Everything aside. And as a Guyanese, we are so silent. Why are we so silent? Why are we? We are watching as Guyanese our constitution being trampled on, and we carry on like it's life as usual. So I'm asking myself, we had elections in Guyana since in September, right? Since in September. And we're here right now without an opposition leader. Would you imagine? But we're silent as Guyanese because maybe your party didn't get in, so you don't care. Or your party didn't get in, so you don't care. It's not a bother to you. But I'm here to tell you, this is how things start. When people silence. You know, when you look around the world, you might look around in North Korea, different parts, you know, in the Middle East and different parts of the world. You know, you might look around. And then you always ask yourself, at least I ask myself, how did it get there? No man don't wake up and become a dictator. No government don't just wake up and become a dictator. No. It's piece by piece by piece by piece is becoming. And before you know it, boom, you're in a dictatorship. So the man that turned his head is not my business. The woman that turned her head is not my business. It's not my political party. It's not this, it's not that. And before you know it, we all in the same boat, the dictatorship boat. Why are we silent as Guyanese? As Guyanese, we should not be silent. It doesn't matter who you support. Even if I support PPP, the government right now, I'll be calling on them to do the right thing. Because as a citizen, The Constitution provide for opposition. Country do not run by the government alone. Where's the checks and balance? No one government run a country, at least not Guyana. You have to give checks and balance. And Guyanese are laughing and smiling and going on as life as usual, whilst our constitution be trampled on. As I say it again, let me repeat it again. I did not come here representing no party. I come here representing my country. My country, Guyana. You know, guys, I always say, even if I support a political party, or I did not support a political party. But once that party become a government, I respect the government. I respect the president, the vice president. I respect, because this is my country, and once you place there, well, I gotta respect you. I mightn't agree with you, but I gotta respect you. So just how I would respect a sitting government, even if I don't agree with them, I didn't support them, but once they're there, I respect them. I would hope other Guyanese respect the will of the people when they vote for opposition. This is the will of the people. The incoming opposition might get his hiccup and all of that coming. But our constitution did not stop him to being the leader of the opposition. He got to deal with whatever situation he's dealing with. I'm not here to say this and say that about that. I was never there. But our constitution provides for him still to be sworn in. It doesn't matter. When the time comes, if he have to go somewhere, then that is it. But until that time comes, we got to respect the law, the constitution of Guyana. So why is it, since September was election, and we in January, how much, 4 months or something? And we are without the opposition. And in Guyana, it's like life as usual. We don't care. We don't care. It's not my business, not my party. But I'm here to tell you guys, this is how it starts. This is how it starts. We as Guyanese are being held ransom, hostage. We're being all for ransom, but we're being all as hostage of a personal beef, because of a personal beef, have nothing to do with us, nothing at all, nothing to do with us. But before I go, let me say this. I got a lot of things I could say, but I just want to make this video just short, just short. We got to be careful with the hole we dig in and the doors that we opening. Because today is for me, tomorrow might be for you. So when you sit in a government and you have no time with the laws, remember, you don't sit in the government all the time. It might take years, but eventually you might be removed. So what if the same thing happened to you? Then what would you call on? What would you call on? What would you say then? What would you say then? Karma is real. And the last time I checked, the world is wrong. So what goes around come back around. Today for me, tomorrow for you. So it's gotta careful the hole that you dig. You gotta careful. Because it's not a nice road we're going down as a country. When did we get here? When did we get here? That we have personal beef and we hold the whole country hostage. The country can't move because we can hold the country hostage. Guys, you know, one thing before I go. When I look back at history, you know, I was a little girl growing up, but we hear this about Burnham, that about Burnham, all these things, you know, about Burnham. I might listen to my Indian brothers and sisters say, you know, this. My grandparents might say that, you know. I don't know. I can't tell a story. A lot of people said dictator, this, that. A lot of story come behind Burnham name, you know. I'm not here to correct, debunk, or bring what is true, what is not true. I'm just, you know, speaking on this. But we see two men as a rival, Chetty and Burnham. We see them as a rival going down. Get a lot of history behind them. Same thing. They were friends and then they separate and they become rival. Right? The same thing. But guess what we didn't see? Even if you say who rigged election, who stay in election, who stay in government, who rigged the election, who stay in government, who this, who that. History could tell you a lot of people say this and a lot of people say that. But one thing we did not see, Burnham sitting in the government and refuse to swear in Chetty Jagan. No matter what bad blood they had between them, it never happened. They put the country first. Business got to go on. We never see this in history. We never see this. So yes, we are walking down a very, very dangerous road. Very dangerous road. So as a Guyanese, I'm speaking out. And I hope a lot of Guyanese speak out. We putting politics aside. It doesn't matter who political party you support. I'm making this video as a Guyanese, a concerned Guyanese. We're going down a rocky road. We are going down a rocky road. Why? Why are Guyanese being held hostage? Why Guyana is being held hostage for people's personal beef? For political rival. Why? That is it. That is all. I know a lot of Guyanese thinking the same thing, saying the same thing, but nobody's speaking out. But, you know, as I said before, and I say earlier in this video, this is how it starts. So when things happen, years to come, ask yourself, where were you? Where were your voice? Where were your voice? Where would you be on history? Being the silent one or the one that lend a voice, say out, talk up as a Guyanese, not representing a political party. I didn't care who was the incoming opposition from which side. But it's time our opposition leader be sworn in. be sworn in. The Constitution provides for that. Other than that, we get a full-blown dictatorship leading us. No checks and balance. So that's all I got to say on this. I didn't really want to touch this subject, but I cannot be silent. I cannot be silent on a situation like this. I can't be silent on this. I can't stay silent, and no Guyanese should stay silent. It doesn't matter, who you support. Elections is over. The Guyanese people choose. That is how we vote in. That's how we elect government in Guyana. Guyanese choose. And the Guyanese come out and they choose. And it should be respected. It should be respected. What message we sending to this generation, the new generation? What message we sending to the generation to come? What message? They will be the future. They will have to take the torch from us. We set the example for the future. Yes, we does. And this is the torch we want to hand over to the next generation. Is it? I don't think so. I don't think so. Because your children, your grandchildren, your great-grand will be the future generation. This is where we're heading. This is where we're heading as a country. And it's sad. It breaks my heart. It's very sad. May God help us all. May God help us all. Because I don't know, the road we are going down, I don't recognize it anymore. I don't know. So all I could say, may God help us all. But you know what? God's slow, but He's sure. That's all I could say. So may God help us all, Guyanese. And may God bless Guyana and bless us all.
Dear land of Guyana, of rivers and plains, make rich by the sunshine and lush by the rain. Set gem like and fair between mountains and sea. Your children salute you, dear land. To you we give